Some people in Lexington were startled after seeing a heavy police presence near Elm Tree Lane and East 3rd Street. Police say officers saw a light-colored SUV in the area that matched the description of the vehicle that was believed to be involved in yesterday's deadly shooting. Police say when officers approached, the driver got out of the SUV and ran away. Officers searched the area for some time, but they were unable to catch that person. If you have any information about this case, you're asked to call Lexington Police. Another horse died at Keeneland today. That makes the 5th death during the fall meet season. According to an incident report on Keeneland's website, a 3-year-old horse named Call to Victory sustained a catastrophic injury to its right front limb. The last day of racing is on Saturday. 4 horses also died during the spring meet, bringing Keeneland's total this year to 9 horse deaths. A robbery suspect has been arrested after an officer-involved shooting at a Jessamine County Kroger. Police arrested Brandon Welsh of Nicholasville. That robbery happened around 2 o'clock this morning on South Main Street in Nicholasville. Troopers say Welsh was inside the store when he held an employee at gunpoint and forced his way into the pharmacy area. Nicholasville officers confronted him, who police say pointed a gun at them. The officers opened fire and he was shot. Welsh was taken to UK Hospital. He has since been released and is charged with robbery.
All is quiet now on the MaxTrack Live Doppler, but as we go throughout the course of your Monday, we'll go back to work to track widespread showers and even the potential for a few strong thunderstorms as we go through the second half of your Monday. Now, getting the day started tomorrow, it's not going to be a problem. Skies are going to stay partly cloudy as we go through the overnight. Clouds will continue to thicken up during the morning hours, not stopping temperatures, though. It is going to be a warm day with highs closer to 8 degrees. As we roll through the afternoon, a widespread shield of showers with some embedded thunderstorms are going to begin to push into the bluegrass. Prime time is going to be a little bit closer to the evening commute tomorrow. And within some of those thunderstorms, we could be seeing some strong, even gusty winds as well. Everything will be fizzling out as we look towards about midnight on Monday into Tuesday. And eventually everyone will be drying out as we head throughout the day. On Tuesday, temperature-wise, we range from 60 in Lexington, Frankfort, Jackson, Pikeville, and Harlan to 48 right now in Monticello. Meanwhile, it's a low to mid-50s everywhere else, and temperatures actually will be rising a few more degrees as we head through the overnight as a warm front pushes through. So on tap tomorrow, gusty showers and thunderstorms, especially into the afternoon and evening. The rest of the week, we stay dry with some up and down temperatures, but there is more rain coming. We'll take a closer look coming up in your 8-day Storm Tracker forecast.
All right, Jill, thank you so much. A Louisville teen was shot and killed at a home yesterday afternoon. The Jefferson County Deputy Coroner says 15-year-old Christopher Fields died from a gunshot wound. According to Louisville Metro Police, it happened on West Kingston Avenue around 1:45 in the afternoon. Responding officers say Fields had been shot several times. He later died at the hospital. Police are investigating. Also in Louisville, funeral arrangements have been made for the man who was shot and killed by his son with a crossbow. The memorial service for Jerry Beavers Jr. will be on October 27th at Southeast Christian Church's chapel in Louisville. Gerald Beavers III has been charged with murder and first-degree assault after police say he shot and killed his father, Beavers Jr., with a crossbow. Beavers III is also accused of hitting his sister with a frying pan. He is due back in court on October 28th. A Louisville woman is accused of crashing into 2 police cruisers and hurting an officer. This happened on Friday night on 43rd Street in Louisville. Metro Police were responding to an unrelated burglary alarm and had their cars parked. Police say Caitlin Moody swerved in several directions before hitting a police cruiser. An officer standing outside the cruiser jumped on top of it to avoid being hit, but he was thrown to the ground. He was taken to a hospital. Moody's car then hit another cruiser and a third car. She was arrested for DUI, assaulting an officer, and other charges. People at churches around Lexington paused today to honor those who fought breast cancer. Lexington's Colors of Promise group held its annual Pink the Pews outreach event. It's aimed at promoting early detection. The organization spreads breast cancer awareness throughout central Kentucky, especially to Black women who, according to the CDC, are 40% more likely to die from the disease than white women. Historic Missionary Pleasant Green Baptist Church has several members who've survived breast cancer, some of whom have found strength by leaning on each other.
I think it's a beautiful thing. They will dress in pink to give support to all of us. And it really feels really good when you walk in church and you see that your members and your friends have dressed to honor you.
My church family, my family. It's just good to know they're here and they have been here for me. And it's a real support system here.
To find out how you can get involved in the Colors of Promise Lexington chapter, head over to our website, lex18.com. Well, get ready for rain tomorrow before cooler weather moves into central Kentucky. Meteorologist Jill Swed tells us when you can expect that in your full forecast. She's up next. It really was a perfect fall weekend, just about, Jill. Low 70s. We didn't really see rain. It was great to enjoy Keeneland if you could get out there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Great weekend overall. A little bit of an interruption, really, as we went through yesterday evening into this morning with the clouds that were sticking around, but it rounded out really nicely today. We saw breaks for sunshine, helped to warm things back up, but we are getting set for another round of active weather just in time for the start of the work week. Right now, we're at 60 degrees in Lexington as we're taking a live look in downtown. From our CHI St. Joseph Health Weather Bug camera in Lexington Center, officially we did pick up 2/100ths of an inch of rain at Bluegrass Airpark, following a few little showers that tried to creep in very early this morning. But we did close out your Sunday with a temperature in the lower 70s. It's going to be even warmer tomorrow, but again, it's also going to be getting more active as well. For the time being, the MaxTrack Live Doppler all quiet across the region as we're stuck in between two systems. Yesterday, we were just grazed by what's left of Nestor, which continues to move off the eastern seaboard. You can see a few showers still hanging on near Philadelphia, New York, Boston, even into portions of New England as well. That is moving on, but a more potent system is developing back across the middle of the country. You can see a well-defined circulation, that really comma shape developing across the central plains. Meanwhile, on the southern end of this system, it has been a very active night for the southern plains. A tornado watch out from eastern and north Texas all the way out through Oklahoma, even now just being extended into central Missouri as well. There have been a handful of tornado warnings around the Dallas area, more severe thunderstorms up near Oklahoma City and Tulsa, and eventually these storms are going to be moving through Missouri, Arkansas, and also Louisiana as we continue through the overnight hours. The severe threat is going to stay across the Mississippi River Valley tomorrow, but we are going to be seeing some active conditions brewing as we head into the afternoon tomorrow. But first, we have to set the stage. So a warm front is going to be passing by through tomorrow morning. That's going to be bringing us warmer temperatures. Highs are going to be running close to 80 degrees. Also, the wind's going to be picking up too. Clouds will be increasing. And then as we march through the afternoon, that's when a widespread shield of showers, along with a few embedded thunderstorms that could be on the gusty to even strong side, will be moving through. And eventually all those storms will be fizzling out. Showers eventually winding down as we approach the midnight hour for the bluegrass, taking a little while longer as that cold front continues to push eastward through our eastern Kentucky counties. But everybody will be dry heading into Tuesday. It's also going to be turning cooler. In terms of the threats from any of these strong thunderstorms, really it's just going to be the wind. It's even going to be a blustery day outside of any thunderstorms. So that'll be the main threat there, but also we could be seeing some locally heavy rain. In fact, even 1.5 inches of rain will be possible as we roll throughout the day tomorrow. Of course, helping the drought situation across the area. Unfortunately, southeastern Kentucky doesn't look to get the bulk of the rain. That's really where the drought still continues to go on and persist, with an extreme drought across the far southeast corner of Kentucky. We will be seeing more rain rolling in as we look towards next weekend, hopefully helping the flash drought that continues across the region. So for the rest of tonight, it will stay warm. Temperatures are only going to drop a few more degrees before they rise into tomorrow morning. Skies will stay partly to mostly cloudy. Your Monday gets started dry, warm and windy, 78 degrees for a high temperature to get the week started. But then again, into the afternoon, we will be seeing rain along with those gusty thunderstorms. Everything fizzles out into Tuesday morning. We'll see sunshine into the afternoon. It will be a cool one too, with highs dropping back into the low 60s. The rest of the week looking mild. A few showers try to creep in on Friday, but a better chance for rain and storms will come next weekend. We'll have more LEX18 news after this.
Covering your world now, the Pentagon says the 1,000 troops President Trump plans to pull out of Syria are not coming home to the U.S. Instead, they will be redeployed overseas in the fight against ISIS. NBC's Richard Engel reports from northern Syria.
Tonight, Kurdish forces say they've pulled back from a flashpoint city along Turkey's border, a key condition of the U.S.-brokered ceasefire. President Trump has been praising his ceasefire with Turkey for allowing U.S. troops to come home out of danger, out of endless wars.
It's time to bring them home.
But briefing reporters on a flight to Afghanistan today, Defense Secretary Mark Esper said that nearly all U.S. troops in Syria are not coming home, but going to Iraq.
The current game plan is for those forces to reposition into western Iraq, and then to two missions. One is to help defend Iraq, and two is to perform a counter-ISIS mission as we sort through the next steps.
That's not what the Secretary of State was saying today.
And now the president believes we've accomplished a significant part of our mission, and he wants our folks to come home, and we're beginning to work on that.
What is clear is what Turkey wants. Under the deal it cut with the White House, Turkey is to take control of a roughly 20 by 250 mile area in Syria, which it plans to fill with mostly Arab refugees, although the exact size of the so-called safe zone is disputed. It's also where the Kurds of Syria live, and they fear they'll be expelled for good. Hundreds of thousands are already on the move. The ceasefire is supposed to end on Tuesday, when the White House hopes it will become a permanent peace deal. But Turkey has already sent reinforcements to its border, and Kurdish commanders here tell us they expect a new assault. Richard Engel, NBC News, Northern Syria.
3 soldiers were killed and 3 others hurt in an accident today at Fort Stewart in Georgia. Army officials say the soldiers were in an armored vehicle and taking part in a training exercise when something went terribly wrong. They were in a 37-ton Bradley infantry fighting vehicle. The Army described it as an accident, but officials are not offering any other details. The soldiers have yet to be named, but are members of the 1st Armored Brigade Combat Team. A series of explosions toppled 2 cranes looming over the ruins of the partially collapsed Hard Rock Hotel in New Orleans. The demolition was carried out today, a little more than a week after the hotel's upper floors collapsed onto each other. Officials feared the cranes would come down on their own and do more damage. By bringing down the cranes, crews hope to be able to now safely recover 2 bodies, which remain at the site. A total of 3 people were killed in that collapse. At least 3 people died after a Walmart-owned supermarket in Chile was set on fire by demonstrators. Protests in the South American nation over a subway fare hike took a deadly turn overnight. The governor of the Santiago region says the fire at a looted supermarket early today was deliberately set. It's one of 60 Walmart-owned outlets that have been vandalized, and the company says many stores aren't opening. Police made arrests at the market. Protests in Santiago and other Chilean cities continued even after the fare hike was canceled. We have a first look at actress Felicity Huffman's life in prison. She's halfway through her 13-day sentence, punishment for her part in the college admissions scandal. And tomorrow, 3 other parents are expected to change their pleas in the case. NBC's Sam Brock has more.
It's not a role actress Felicity Huffman auditioned for, but the cameras found her, clad in a green jumpsuit, walking the grounds of a low-security prison in Dublin, California. Her hair tucked underneath a white baseball cap on her way to meet husband William H. Macy and eldest daughter Sophia Grace. Until next Sunday, the former Desperate Housewives headliner,
I would do anything for you. You are my daughter.
Has a less glamorous identity. Prison inmate 77806-112.
Once she goes into prison, she's a number and a name, just like everybody else.
Jennifer Myers served 14 months in federal prison on drug charges and advises people sentenced to serve time.
She's going to be in a state of shock that probably isn't really going to leave until she gets out of prison. It's going to take her time to get over this experience.
Huffman's 13-day sentence coming after she shelled out $15,000 to have her daughter's SAT answers corrected. Part of a sprawling scandal nicknamed Varsity Blues that's led to indictments for more than 30 parents, all tied to an alleged fixer, Rick Singer. So far, 10 of those parents have been sentenced, 9 of them to jail time. And according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, now another 3 are changing their pleas from not guilty to guilty and are expected in court Monday. Something Lori Loughlin may want to take note of. The former Full House actress who's pleaded not guilty to funneling $500,000 to Singer to get her daughter into college. Loughlin has a court hearing in mid-January though the current state of Huffman's wardrobe and living environment, perhaps the only reminder she needs. Sam Brock, NBC News.
Josh Allen with the big game in Cincinnati today. Our Eli Gain caught up with him afterwards. Plus, we're taking a look at the top 5 plays from Friday night's high school action, and we're giving out a game ball. That's next in sports.
Welcome to sports. The old saying is, you don't know what you had until it's gone. Well, that doesn't prove true here. Everyone knew what Kentucky had in Josh Allen last year. They had a monster. He's playing like one of the best rookies in the league right now. Eli Gain caught up with 41 today in the Queen City.
Well, Josh Allen continues to get to the quarterback in the NFL just like he did at the University of Kentucky. The Wildcats' all-time sacks leader had a sack on Andy Dalton this afternoon midway through the third quarter, which would be his 5th sack in just 7 games. Now that ties John Henderson for the most sacks in a 7-game period since the Jaguars became a franchise back in 1995. Henderson did that in 2002. So there's no doubt Allen is making his presence felt on the field, but like he was at Kentucky, he's very humble and very grateful and appreciates his teammates for his success.
I got a great team. Hold on, fam. Wait. I got a great team.